Good morning. So I've been up for about an hour breaking down my tent, and right now I'm heating up some water for breakfast. So I'm gonna have to make a trip down to the water source. Not having the Sawyer squeeze bag, the dirty bag, having that break, I wasn't able to fill up my bladder as much as I wanted to, so I'm gonna have to fill it before I get back on the trail. But I still have, well, it's not about 9 o'clock, I still have about 2 hours before I have to get on the trail, so there's no rush. So let's see what today brings. So I just got back from getting water. I noticed when I got my bag out of the bear box that somebody's food bag was still in there, and then when I hiked down to the water source I saw a tent. So either somebody came in late last night and I didn't hear them, or Sandman is still here. So Chuck left before I got up. He slept in the shelter last night. So but got down to the water source and there was a white-tailed deer down there. I snapped a picture, but it moved too fast for me to get a video. And I went down a little bit further, maybe 10-15 feet more down the trail, and there's a really nice area because I wore my camp shoes down there, which are basically a generic brand of Crocs. So it was a nice area where I was able to just walk right in. So, and I sat down on a rock and just soaked my feet in the cold water. It felt amazing, and filtered water. So my original plan was to go to Boiling Springs today, but Thursday my friend Megan told me that Boiling Springs, they do a festival, like a street fair every year called Foundry Day, and that today is Foundry Day. And I contacted my friend Jessica, who's vended for Foundry Day before, to find out, you know, where the streets are closed. She says they don't close the street, but it's pretty crazy. The traffic's pretty crazy, and there's a lot of people. So I decided, instead of going down there and having my husband drive through all the craziness, I'm just gonna cut my hike short by a mile. And the road that's just before Boiling Springs, I believe it's pronounced Ledi Road. I could be pronouncing that wrong. So he's gonna pick me up there instead. So that way we don't have to go into all that craziness and him trying to find a place to park while he, you know, tries to find me. So yeah, it's about 10:15. I'm going to refill my water bladder and get my pack ready to go, and just relax. I don't have to be on the trail till 11. There's no rush because my husband's working, so I can just take my time, and I'll probably take a little bit of a longer break when I get to Center Point Knob. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get packed up and relax a little bit before I get back on the trail. And it's 11 o'clock. I'm getting back on trail. I hear people coming. They might be on the trail or coming up the side trail, I don't know. But, oh, my water tube is acting funny. Oh, that's right. I have to tuck it in. I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I had a tube for my water bottle. I forgot to tuck it in the little loop on the strap. So, but anyway, it's 11 o'clock. I'm going to take my time today because I literally have 4 hours to go 3 miles. I'll probably take an extra long break when I get to Center Point Knob. When I was recording the last video after I got my water, there was somebody came out of the privy. He came in to the shelter when I was out at the water source, and he was a through hiker named Dubs. Just stopped for a break, and then just a little while ago, another through hiker named Walking Stick from North Carolina came in to take quick break before continuing on to Boiling Springs. So, but I'm going to put the phone away for a bit so that way I can get back to the trail quickly. Okay, back on the Appalachian Trail. It's the trail to the shelter. So, just a short uphill, then downhill, and the climb up to Center Point Knob, and then downhill from there. So as I was working my way down, I ran into a day hiker. Oh, and her name was Kim. She does a lot of what I do. You know, she's local and she'll go out for days at a time. Very nice woman. We chatted for quite a while, talked about equipment and shoes and so, and she was telling me that there's some trail runners, and I just passed them too. Plus I also passed a section hiker heading south who was doing the New York to Virginia section. So, but apparently there was some hikers yesterday that saw 4 rattlesnakes, and the trail runners said that as they were running through, they had scared a bunch of them. So I've seen a copperhead out here once. I've never seen rattlesnakes while I'm out, but I know they're out here, so I'm always paying attention and listening and keeping my eye out. And I always careful, you know, like when I go over logs or something I can't see on the other side. So, but I'm going to continue on down, get into a really rocky section, so I want to use both my trekking poles. All right, getting ready to make my final climb up to Center Point Knob. All right, I'm almost to the top. You can actually, that's where I'm going. So this is where, there's 2 hikers right there. This is where the White Rocks Trail comes out. So I'm just gonna make my way up this last section and take a much needed break. Thankfully there is a really cool breeze which is helping because it is hot. I made it. Totally out of breath, but I made it. So I'm gonna sit for a good half hour and just get this pack off, have a snack, drink a lot of water. Thankfully it's all downhill from here. Back on trail. I was able to take a good half hour break. A lot of runners out today, and I chatted for a little bit with a thru hiker named Paperboy. So thankfully I have 2 hours to get to where my husband's picking me up, and thankfully it's all downhill, so no more climbs. And the nice thing about that is I don't have to stop and catch my breath every 2 minutes. Still making my way down. Not gonna walk because of the rocks. So when I was coming down though, I ran into Kim again, and she and I chatted for a bit. So, but I probably have about 1.5 miles-ish to go. So I'm gonna keep on moving. Oop, blow away. I've never seen a bird like that before. It was a red bird with black wings. All right, getting ready to come out of the woods. Good news is Glenn was able to get out of work a little bit early today, which is extremely unusual for his job. But he was able to work it, so by the time I get there, he will already be there. So the only thing I'm not crazy about this last section is the direct sunlight in the field with it being so hot. But I am very hydrated, and I'm just gonna go quickly and get to the road as fast as I can. All right, it is beautiful, and he's gonna be picking me up right over there. Let's do this. All right, hubby just pulled up. Perfect timing. The wind is a lifesaver because it's so hot, but the wind helps a lot. Almost there. So that's it for my first overnight hike. I didn't calculate the miles, but when I get home, I will calculate them and put them in the description. So please like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, happy hiking, and I'll see you on the trail.